Good morning. It's early Saturday morning. Well, not all that early. I've been up since about 20 after 6, and it's already about 9 o'clock, so it's not early. But I'm still working on my kombucha. First thing in the morning, I have my kombucha, and for some reason this morning I'm just a slow sipper. So, okay, what have I been up to this week? I haven't been posting many finished projects lately because I had one that took me days and days to finish. So I'm going to show that today. Um, One little bright point to my week. Yesterday, I saw a post on a local Buy Nothing group on Facebook. It's a group where people are giving stuff away for free. A woman who was not all that far away from where I work. Like, I live here, I work here, and she's over there. So it was closer to work than home. Posted that she had some fabric and yarn that she was giving away. So I said, well, if you're willing to split it up, I'll take the yarn and I can stop by after work. Maybe I'll be there around 2 o'clock. She gave it to me. So once I wrapped things up at work, I headed over to her house and picked up a 1 pound bag of mill ends yarn in a nice shade of blue. And then I was thinking, oh, didn't I say in my July video, no more buying yarn? Just use up what I've got? And it's like, well, okay, 2 points. I didn't buy it. I got it for free. And it was June 30th. So now it's July. I'm going to try to behave this month. No new yarn. No new yarn. Okay, so while I was sitting, probably the reason I didn't finish my kombucha was while I was sitting out in my chair, I got out my day planner and I just made like a 1-page list of the stuff I want to get done today. So I've got a list. Don't know how far I'm going to get because my middle daughter is in town with her 3 girls, and she's staying at my oldest daughter's house. So all 4 granddaughters are under one roof. Good thing. And we are supposed to go over this afternoon for a family picnic. So I'll probably take a project to work on while I'm chit-chatting. But just that will take up a little bit of time. I'll be away from the computer, away from projects. But let's see. First, I'll get to the things I finished this week. It doesn't look good, does it? Kombucha bottles look a little bit like a bottle of beer. Doesn't have the long skinny neck though. Okay, the project that kept me busy for days and days. I saw this picture when I was on, I believe it was the Amigurum website. This adorable elephant in a ruffled dress. She's got little flowers on her ears. So it took me several days, but she is done now. So once I finished her, I snuck in a tiny little project. Just a little coffee cup. This guy's angry. And then I raided my yarn stash. Starting up that July, used stuff up early. Okay. I went to Ravelry and I did a search for hometown. And it showed me all of the yarns that I have in my stash, bulky yarns that I have labeled hometown. As it turns out, every single one of them that I pulled did not have a label on it. So I'm guessing it's hometown, which is an acrylic yarn, but I'm thinking a couple of these might be something in the same size that is a wool blend. Okay, so I pulled up all those yarns. this bag was stuffed. And actually, there was a hole at the top and a hole at the bottom, so I tied up the hole at the bottom, so the bag was actually bigger before. I pulled up pink, dark blue, light blue, green, yellow, and I had a cake of yarn from a coworker who gave me boxes of yarn when he moved years ago. And there was one cake that I thought was hometown that was wound gray on the outside and white on the inside. So that's all that's left. So on my to-do list for today, I want to make a patchwork bear to try to use that up. Okay, so I've got all this yarn. I made a chubby axolotl. This pattern is a tutorial on Facebook by Fancy Lama. So I will link that in the description. And then I remembered, here I am working on just fun stuff. I had an Etsy order that I needed to get out. So I made a hedgehog and got that mailed out. Okay, got that mailed out on Friday. Then I think I had started, after I finished the hedgehog, I think I started another axolotl. Which one did I do next? I think the next one I started was pink. So, got the pink one done. Then I made a green one. Then I made a yellow. Oh no, nope. Then I made a blue one. Maybe I made the blue before the green. I don't have the exact order here. Doesn't really matter, does it? And then it was 11 o'clock and I was going to go to bed. And I made the mistake of looking at YouTube before I went to bed. And I saw that Strawberry Bonnie had posted a video. So I stayed up and got half of this done. I got it done up to the neck while watching Strawberry Bonnie's video last night. I'm all caught up with projects again. It's July 1st. Time to start working on my goals. I did a random number generator. I have 12 goals set for July. Random number generator picked number 11, which was the red use up. So I went to Ravelry and I searched my reds. I didn't search for red because then you end up with every single red heart yarn that you've got in inventory in the search. So I have my Ravelry stash sorted by color right now. That's the cool thing about Ravelry stash. You can sort it by color, by weight, by the most yardage, least yardage, the date you added it. There's all sorts of sorting. So I scrolled down to the reds, looked through, and I picked out this one. It's a burgundy. I think it's like red heart fleck. It's got all these colorful little flecks in it. So I'm going to keep going, making projects with this until I use it up. Thinking, okay, I'm going to double dip. Hilde the Highland Cow is on my to-do list for July. And I think that Hilde would look adorable in burgundy. Shout out to Yarn Society. She's very busy right now because she's moving. She's living in a sea of boxes. So she can't get much content up now. And she probably doesn't have a whole lot of time to watch videos. But check out her blog and her YouTube videos. And one of these days, I'm going to get that designer spotlight up. She has so many free patterns, and she has tutorials for some of her patterns, and she is just such a sweet lady. So Hilde the Highland Cow, And then I'm thinking this would make some cute mushroom. Oh, can you imagine that as a mushroom cap? So make some mushrooms, and who knows what else I'm going to get out of there. But as I finish the projects from this, I will be entering them on my blog. So all of the projects that I make with this yarn will be in one spot on my blog post about my July goals. So that's what I finished this week. I've got to start working on my plans. I'm hoping to get a couple of patterns published today, get another one ready for testers. When I was starting getting prepared for the Ami Along on Ravelry, I saw that I had 2 patterns that were previously published to In the Round magazine, but I never went through the process of making them my own standalone pattern. So I need to get those 2 done. I have a whole bin of yarn here in front of me that's just blocking floor space. So I want to get that into the light box, take a picture of each one, get it inventoried, and put it in the appropriate totes around the house. That'll take a while, and it'll skew my numbers on Ravelry. Like, I keep saying, okay, I'm trying to use up my yarn, and I have a spreadsheet of at the start of each month, how much yarn I have in inventory, numbers and weight. I think this last month I did add some stuff to my Ravelry stash during June. So from June to July, my numbers actually came down 2, but went up 5 pounds. So I must have added a lot of yarn, like added 10 skeins of yarn, but used 12 smaller. So it's funny to see. I keep saying I want to see the line of the graph going like this, but it tends to go boop, 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 boop. So my goal for July is for it to go boom, but adding maybe 20 skeins of yarn to it is going to make it a spike. But if I use 25 skeins of yarn this month, then it will go down a little. So get that in, get some computer work done, have fun with the grandchildren. I want to get a picture of all 4 together on the couch with me, something like that. It may be a bit difficult because right now the youngest is about 9.5 months old at the separation anxiety stage. So she wants mommy or daddy, and doesn't want to come to Grammy. I know she'll get over this because her sister was like that too. As her sister was was born during COVID, so, or no, she was born before COVID, actually, before the lockdowns, but the first year of her life, basically, she was just like being home with her family. So when they came over for Thanksgiving, when she was 9 months old, she didn't want to have anything to do with me. She outgrew it. So I know this stage is going to pass, but I don't know if I'll be able to get a picture with all 4 grandchildren. Maybe her sister can hold her and then she'll be happy. So I'm going to try. I'm going to try to get that picture. So it's time for me to it's time for me to finish my kombucha, go have some breakfast, and get started on a busy day.